didn't expect my family to hurt this much. Today, I have the worst task at hand. Do you have a tie on?
No.
Okay, good. I mean, in the next few minutes, we're going to be meeting my parents, and I'm very nervous. My heart's racing, and I feel like I convince everybody else, but my family is the one I just dread. This is it. The ultimate package that my family wants me to bring home is Prince Charming. And Steve is not Prince Charming.
I can't even tell you how many times a day she mentions how scared she is of me meeting her family. She's very concerned about them meeting me.
I am so glad that my family and I have the time to get to know Steve just as my boyfriend. This way my parents can trust Steve and get to know who he is, and then hopefully tomorrow when we spring that we are engaged, it'll be a little more convincing. But I'm gonna be the one who has to convince my family of Steve. They're gonna think you're a little weird for me. I know that. They're gonna think it's a little off. I laid it on the line to him. I know that they're gonna. I let him know. You need to be cordial. You need to be polite. Telling him all the information about my family. Talk about Colorado. They love Colorado. But you can always talk about sports with my family. Don't tell them you've done any drugs. And if you don't know how to eat something, just don't do it.
Randy's pretty much at her wit's end. She's listing off every little thing about her family that she wants me to remember and keep in mind.
I'm just prepping you, man. I'm just giving you a...
No, it's good. It's good. I'm glad.
She's got everything fresh in her mind of all the rude things I've been doing, all the crazy, wild behavior. And I'm sure she's scared to death that I'm going to do that kind of stuff in front of her family.
I'm expecting the worst, but let's hope for the best, you know?
I figured, what better way to really freak her out than for myself to kind of freak out about meeting her family in front of her.
I'm dreading this. What's wrong?
Just nervous.
Don't freak out.
Fine.
You're freaking out.
All right.
As we drove, I got more and more upset and anxious.
I looked at him and he was pale white and he was breathing hard and I've never seen him so bad. Can I get you water? Here, seriously. Steve started hyperventilating. Steve, I think, had a panic attack. Don't cry, Steve. Don't cry. It's okay. Sometimes crying makes you feel better. Makes me feel better.
You like pull over or something? Is it okay to get out?
It was one of my favorite moments to do the panic attack.
Steve, you don't look good. Steve, you're not in good form. Steve, you have to be 100% for this, and I don't see it right now. I need your, game plan on, and you're freaking out. Do you need a few minutes? What do you need?
I was laying on the ground, and I actually reached for Randy. I kind of went,
There's water right next to you. No, Steve.
She didn't even help me up.
Do you need somebody?
I even said at one point that I wanted Randy to give me mouth to mouth. He said, I won't let him get it. She wouldn't let me die on the pavement.
I looked at him and I kept telling him, quietly and with my eyes, it's okay, Steve, it's okay, don't worry about it. Are you ready or not? I feel like I'm holding this whole thing together. I mean, if he's making it this hard on me, then I'm not going to be able to survive.
I think the panic attack went really, really well. This is kind of the last little jab with a stick before we to go meet her family.
I know my family's near. I don't know if Steve can handle it. He had a panic attack. He was on the side of the road, pale white, almost ready to puke. In the next few minutes, my family's gonna be walking in. I mean, this is it.
I'm sure Randy was very, very nervous that I was going to blow it. She had no idea. We actually had a funny little twist in store for her.
I felt completely and utterly frightened for what was to come.
Hey, there's Randy.
When I hugged my mom, I couldn't even control myself. I just started crying. I haven't seen my family in a few months, and I'm so overjoyed. I was just so happy for that 2 seconds that I got to just say hi to my family and hug them all.
She looked great, felt really good about seeing her. She was teary-eyed, and I think we were too.
When we turned and started walking to the boat, and there was Steve.
Steve's right up there.
And then the game began.
This is the Coy family.
Hey, Coy family. Wow, no pressure, huh?
No pressure.
The Coys boarded the yacht and came up and said hi.
When I first saw Steven,
Hi, I'm Melanie. Nice to meet you.
I'm like, this is not my sister's type.
Here's my mom, Kathy.
This is Coy. Nice to meet you.
He's got quite a presence.
Hey, Steve. How you doing? I'm Patrick.
All right,
Nice to meet you.
And he's a lot bigger than anyone else in our family.
Oh, my God.
That's Bobby.
Early fatality. Nice to meet you.
And there's
Nice
my
to meet you,
dad.
sir.
We get all of it.
Mr. Coy.
My reaction was, he's polite, seems to be a down-to-earth type of guy.
The day with her family on the yacht was really where our story had to shift a little bit, simply because we were afraid I would lose them if I went too far, too soon.
Interested in a little champagne here?
Our first opening little bit was for me to pick up a platter full of champagne glasses, which made Randy's eyes go about the size of baseballs.
Why don't we set it down? Thank you.
I passed it all out very gracefully. Everything was fine. Didn't even come close to spilling anything. And Randy, I think, felt like she just dodged a big bullet right off the start there.
The Coys. The Coys.
And that was just the beginning.
Steve, how tall are you?
6'4".
Wow, that conquers over the whole Coy family.
Yeah, I can take you all.
Steve is great. He was so nice, and he was funny.
Where'd you go to school?
Where did I go to school? I actually did not go to college. I've had opportunities to jump right into the field and learn some different things.
So what is it that you do?
I work in the computer industry. We maintain pop-up ads for websites.
I like Steve. He's got a great personality. Sounds like he's on the right kind of career path. From what I could tell, he's a great guy.
Is it your own business?
No, I manage the department.
Steve played cool the entire time.
I'm moving up.
Moving up in the world.
They drilled Steve, and Steve just gave it right back to him. I was really impressed by him.
What else do you need, Mel?
Yeah, what else you got? Come on, bring it.
I think the makeover that I did with Steve and my little Randy boot camp just clicked something in Steve that just made him work, like made him be someone that I would date.
I've had to change drastically, which is all by design from our standpoint. Now all of a sudden I'm saying stuff that, like, literally I'm a lot smarter than I was the day before.